The girl lay on the grass, her clothes torn to shreds. The sleazy man nearby pulled up his pants, satisfied. Suddenly, the girl's phone rang. The man checked it and saw it was the girl's mother calling. He immediately hung up. When the girl's mother approached, tears streamed down the girl's face. She couldn't let this man harm her mother too. Lisa painfully grabbed a rock from the ground and frantically smashed it against the back of the man's head. She used all her strength, only stopping when he no longer breathed. Lisa turned herself in at the police station, but without witnesses, they couldn't rule her actions as either accidental killing or self-defense. She was ultimately sentenced to 5 years in prison. Her deaf-mute mother cried uncontrollably nearby, helpless to do anything. Lisa hadn't realized that prison life would be the beginning of a nightmare. When she carefully entered her cell, she accidentally bumped into a fellow inmate and was severely beaten by a short-haired woman. Fortunately, other inmates quickly pulled them apart. The short-haired woman, she learned, suffered from a rage disorder. That night, Lisa cried silently under her blanket, unsure how she'd survive the next 5 years. The following day, she learned from other inmates that it was possible to work and earn money in prison. Hope flickered within her. Lisa volunteered for the dirtiest, most exhausting jobs because they paid the most. She wanted to send the money to her mother, hoping it might ease life for her deaf-mute parent. When her mother visited, she trembled and wept upon seeing her daughter. Lisa reassured her mother not to worry, as always being the considerate one. However, after returning to her cell, Lisa developed a high fever and was rushed to the infirmary. Initially thinking it was just a common cold, she was stunned when the guard informed her she was pregnant. Lisa froze in disbelief, then desperately ran toward the prison gates, wanting only to go home and see her mother. After learning of Lisa's situation, her fellow inmates decided to help her appeal her case. If she could be legally recognized as becoming pregnant through assault, she could lawfully undergo an abortion. During a work period, Lisa was again sent to the infirmary due to severe abdominal pain. That day, she learned the baby was already 6 months along. She felt no joy for this new life, only anger and despair. As time passed, Lisa finally got her day in court for the appeal. She won the case, but it was too late for an abortion. Soon after, Lisa claimed to have headaches, hoping the infirmary would give her painkillers. When she received the medication, she didn't take it but secretly hid all the pills in a jar in the corner. As her visits to the infirmary increased, the doctor grew suspicious that she was stockpiling drugs. Lisa insisted she really had headaches, and seeing her innocent face, the doctor didn't press further. A month later, Lisa's water broke. Rather than immediately seeking help from the guards, she endured the intense pain and took out all the painkillers she had hidden. With a trembling body and fighting through agony, she swallowed all the pills. Then, using her last bit of strength, she threw a letter out the window, her final thoughts and goodbye to her mother and fellow inmates. When someone finally found her, Lisa was already barely clinging to life. The doctors tried everything to save her, but ultimately could do nothing.